Hello and happy Friday. I wanted to come on here and talk about Mahjong. I did not mean to do that, but it was just behind me. I wanted to talk about Mahjong and how you can get into the hobby and into the game without spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. If you've watched one of my other videos, I talk about crafting cross-stitch needlepoint and how you can do that for less expensive, just so that it's more accessible for everybody. And the same should be for games. I have a lot of different hobbies and interests, so therefore I am constantly either golfing, crafting, playing games, whatever the case may be. And with that, I have to kind of allocate my money and figure out which is more important at the moment. And that's why if I can find things for less expensive, I'm going to, because then I can do more of my hobbies. So like, for example, this week I paid $65 for my women's golf league to be in the league over the summer. That's just like the initial sign up fee to get into it, and then you pay for play like once it starts. But that is something that, you know, I'm gonna spend the $65 on so that I can be a part of this league, but I'm not necessarily going to play every single week, because play can range from $25 to $40 depending on the time that you play. So some weeks I may not play, some weeks I will. But to me, paying $65 to join the league is worth it, because I'm able to get some lessons, some group lessons, play with people that are all different skill levels, and just women in general that are so kind and understanding. And then, you know, with cross-stitch needlepoint, those vary. Like if I buy a new pattern and then I might buy some thread, you know, that's less expensive. It just depends, honestly. But all that to say is that Mahjong, when you look online and you go down the rabbit hole, oh my goodness, tiles can cost $400 to $500. I'm sorry, but like as someone who I literally I played my first time in March, and then I have a lesson this weekend and a free play this weekend or next weekend. I'm not prepared to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on my new hobby. So I was able to, between Hobby Lobby and Amazon, get some things. I think I'd have to total it up, but I believe I spent less than $100, which is amazing. So the first thing I will say is, one thing that you can't skimp on for Mahjong is the playing card. You need to make sure that you're buying the legit National Mahjong League card. I actually bought mine from their website. It hasn't arrived yet, but that was $15, I believe. But Amazon carries them as well. But like one of my friends recently said, you have to make sure that you get it from the official store. That is the one thing that you can't get around the price. You have to pay that price no matter what. Now, when you buy multiple ones, I think they come in packs of like 4, so that definitely helps. But that's the one thing that I have bought, like full price. I will buy it no matter what the price is, because you need it. Some of the other items I've either gotten from Hobby Lobby or Amazon. So I'll start with like the necessities, because you need these, is the tiles. So I got mine from Hobby Lobby, less than $25. So while the pretty gorgeous tiles, the designs, as much as I want those, and I'm like, ooh, they're so beautiful, all these different patterns and styles, they're hundreds of dollars. I'm just playing. I need to still grasp, you know, the BAMs, the dots. I still need to understand what they are and grasp that concept. So like, I don't need $400 tiles for that. I need the basics. So like I said, under $25, it comes with everything you need to get started. It has all of the tiles, and then it has dice, and then the directions, like northwest, east, south, northeast, southwest, that die. So that's like the first thing that I bought. And to go with it, also from Hobby Lobby, was the tiles bag. Now I will say the tiles barely fit in here. Like barely. It's stuck to the brim with all the tiles. I still have the dice in here because filled to the brim. So I did get the tile bag, which you don't have to. You could put the tiles back in the box. I believe this was under $10 for the tile bag. But it's very cute, and it's pink. It goes with everything. And I'll show you what the tiles look like. So we'll do all the Hobby Lobby stuff first. So like I said, here's the tiles. So they're very easy to decipher what they are. Like these are the dots. So we have dots, and then we have the BAM. We have a Joker. So they're like the perfect size in my opinion, but also they're just so easy to like figure out what they are. And then, oh yeah, we have the South, and we have a 5 crack. So as you can see, like they are very easy to decipher what they are. Now, some of the $400 tiles, that's when you get into the designs. Like they have a golf design, which I would love. And so that's one of the things where you would have to like study it first to see, okay, like what equals what, like the BAM dot crack. But for just getting started and like needing to really practice and stuff, like I'm gonna stick with these tiles, but they're just so cute and pink and I love them. Like how cute. So bag, $10-ish. Tiles were under 25. I wanna say it was like 20, it was either 22 or 24, but underneath. And then, gotta zip that sucker back up. As you can literally fool. So that's the first stuff that I got, which those are the necessities. You need the tiles. The next thing I got, which is just a fun item, but also from Hobby Lobby, is the cups. They were $3.99 and they have 4 different sayings on them. Super cute. Did I need them? No. But did I get them? Yes. But super, super cute. These are an accessory that I would say you don't need right away. You know, get the tiles. That's what you need. But I have those. And then the next thing that I got these off Amazon. And they are line readers. So they come in 4 different colors. We have blue, pink, green, and purple. And you get 8 of them. Okay. I thought it was just a 4-pack, but all right, that works. But they're so cute, and you'll see in a minute why I made sure to get these, especially the pink ones. But they just kind of help you put them over your card. And if you're focusing on just like one line, you can line it up so that way you're only seeing the line you're working on and you're not getting distracted or losing your line. Because when I first played, like the first round, I kept losing which one I was working on, and then I'd have to go back and be like, wait, was it this one or this one? So when you work with these, you can kind of just line it up over, and then it's so much easier to glance down, see if you're on track. But oh my gosh, they're so cute. So this is one of the things where these were, I want to say $10 on Amazon. If you really wanted to, you could get personalized ones for more money, or you could get acrylic ones, and it's all going to depend on your price range. I was trying to keep everything under $100 for all of it right now, and I succeeded with that. So I want to say these were maybe like $10, but the colors are beautiful, and I'm very happy with that purchase. And then the next thing I have, which I only have 2 things left. The next thing I got this for free. It was like a PDF I found online. But it's basically to help you solo play. So people make these like resin or acrylic, wood, and you can buy them for like $10 to $15. And that's great because then you can physically put them in the slots. However, if we're doing it on a budget, just print it off. Just print it off, you know? So have this. So basically when you're doing the Charleston, you just line up your tiles, your discard ones here, and it just helps you keep track of where you're at. And then it has a courtesy pass here, and then technically like another blind pass here if you wanted to, or a second courtesy, just depends. But yeah, basically you can just do that for your Charleston. And then what I've been doing is once I do my Charleston, I clear it off. And then I start again with like my 1 pickup, 1 discard, and I just go all around until this is full again and see if I've gotten Mahjong by then. But PDF is free, so I did that. And then, actually I think I'm way under $100. The other thing I got, which this is the thing that can also be pricey. They can range from $15, which is the one I got, all the way up to hundreds of dollars. I think closer to like $150 I've seen, but I think average they're like $80 or $90. But I got a very cute mat. You can see. Very, very cute. And as you'll see, it kind of does match, not 100%, but the theme is this kind of the same with the tile readers. So this one, steal of a deal on Amazon, less than $20. And it's good. I mean, it's good quality too. Like you can see the back of it. There might be cat hair, but you can see the back of it. Gorgeous. So I got that, and that's kind of, besides the tiles, that's the other biggest purchase. But I absolutely love it. Very excited about that. There are tons of other things I want to get. I would love to have a lamp in the future, because those, if you're trying to start out, you don't need a lamp right away. But I would love a lamp. I would love additional mats. Like I would love to be able to have a tropical mat, maybe some flamingos or palm trees. I would also love to have like a Christmas one. That would be so fun. I would love specialty tiles at some point, but I don't need them. I'm just starting out, so like this will be fine for me. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how you can get Mahjong accessories and items for under $100, less than what you would pay for expensive tiles. Do I think you should like never get expensive tiles? No. I will be getting some eventually. I just think right now, like with all my other hobbies and until some of my friends start to pick this up and play, I don't want to get, you know, like $200 or $300 tiles quite yet. But I think down the road, I definitely will invest in some as long as I'm like playing quite frequently. And then of course there's other accessories. I love a theme, so I would love to get the paper plates and napkins. I would love to have those so that when people are over, we could have, you know, snacks on those. That would be fun. There are dish towels, so cute. Drink stirs, adorable. I want those as well. There's just a lot of accessories. There's socks, handbag, like little tote bags. So fun. Do I need those? No. Do I want them? Yes. So eventually I will save my money for those. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what I had so far. So if you are like me and starting out and want to keep it under $100, then all of this is good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed.